So yeah, go ahead and create your array. There's no need to assign any values yet because we're going to be assigning random values to them. Okay, so after you've done that, we're just gonna go ahead and create our for loops. I know we create a lot of for loops here when we deal with arrays because we always want to loop through the array index. We're not necessarily looping through the array values, but rather the index, because that's why we always creating for loops for these arrays. It's very important. It's equals to 0. We started the index counter at 0. I oh, sorry, I is less than. Okay, so be sure to be mindful of this part. It's I less than the array, not I less than or equals to. I've made this mistake a lot of times, and I don't want you guys to be repeating it. Uh, so I think we're good here. Make sure it's less than, because the array index, the last index of the array, would be 4 in this case. So the last index in the array is not always equals to the array length. It will give us an error. Okay. So let's continue. Should I increment value? Okay. Okay. So yeah. So just a quick recap. Basically, what we've done, that we've created a for loop with an array, with the array index counter I, and then basically what this index counter I is gonna do right now is 0, but then in the loop is gonna loop through the indexes from array 1, 0 to 4. So as you can see here, I've given the loop continuation condition, which is 0 at the moment, is less than array 1 dot length. So it's gonna be less than the length, which is 5. So it's gonna loop from 0 up until 4. Then you have the I increment. So what this does is that just sets the loop going forward. Okay. So from there, all we do is that we write down the array reference variable name, which is here. I don't know what you named yours, but you can go ahead and write it down now, just here. And then now what you're gonna do is not put a 0 here, or a 1. No, no, no. What is that? That's not what we want. What we want is to put this I here, because this I is not. Remember, this I is not. It's not like a single index. Well, what the I is that is it's gonna keep. Well, the I is gonna keep changing to different indexes inside the array. So it's basically going to be incrementing from 0 up until 4. So that's how it's going to be incrementing as we assign random values to them in the same way. So we go ahead and put equals to sign, put in a integer cast. Well, yeah, for assigning our random values, we are going to be using the random class, the math.random class. It's a predefined class in Java. You can always call it, when you want to deal with random values. You can create your own random values if you want, but that would take a lot of time. So to keep everything simple, we just go ahead and use the math, dot random class. I put an integer class here because the math dot random class usually prints values in the double data type. So we need to, print an integer class to let it print this value out in an integer form. Okay, so we go ahead and use it. Math dot random. Okay, times. Okay, so basically this times value is going to be from where to where. So usually, if we set it to 10, if we set it to 10 here, what it's going to do is that it's going to assign any value from 1 to 9. It could be any value. If it's 78, it's going to assign any value from 1 to 77. Basically, there are other ways to assign these random values to make them start from for example 100 to 200. Okay, from like 60 to 70 also. There are ways to do that, but maybe in another tutorial I'll show you how to do it. But we just want to keep everything simple, so we're just gonna assign values from uh 1 to 10. Maybe 0 started there. I'm not very sure about it, but okay. So I think we're basically done here. Yes, we've got our loop going, and we've got the array indexes, and we're going to be assigning values to them as they loop through from 1 to 4. But just to make sure that we have our values in, let's go ahead and create another loop. Now this loop is not so important in this tutorial, but all we want to do is just make sure that our values, have been assigned. The random values have been assigned to the indexes. So go ahead and create I equals to 0, I is less than array 1 dot length I plus plus. Okay. So yeah, all we need to do next is just write down a print statement. Ln, okay. Then all we do is just type array1, basically I. So yeah, this is gonna loop through the indexes and print out the values for us. So let's go ahead and make sure and run it and see if it works. It should work. Okay, so you can see, okay, 0 is also part of it. I'm having a bit of doubts. I kind of forgot there that 0 is part. I was thinking from maybe 1 to like 10, but yeah, okay, you can see we have 0 here. Remember, these are random values, right? If I want to run it again, we will have different values. So 0, 5, index 0 has 0, index 1 has 5, index 2 has 8, index 3 has 6, index 4 has 8 there. So yeah, this is pretty much it. So thank you very much for stopping by. You can go ahead and watch the other tutorials. If I didn't explain anything in detail here, I'm pretty sure I did in the other tutorials. So you can go ahead and watch it and watch them. Okay, and be sure to to subscribe or leave a like, and leave a like. Okay, or maybe you can comment. You can ask questions if you want. So yeah, I'll be making many different videos like this. Videos generally related to computer science. So you can go ahead and subscribe. So when I post them, you'll be able to see them. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.